Bennett Kessler filed this report. One Inyo County senior citizen said he thinks the county is, quote, trying to pay for employee raises by cutting senior programs, end quote. In fact, the $2 million needed to pay for employee wage increases did lead to what officials call service redesign, because the county does not have the money to pay the $2 million. Service redesign means, in some cases, cuts. Details are not provided in the Inyo County Board of Supervisors agenda packet for Tuesday, but senior citizens have told Sierra Wave Media that Health and Human Services Director Gene Turner plans to present proposals to scale back senior meal programs. Sierra Wave Media does not have the official details of such proposals. Now, senior citizens in all parts of Inyo County were organizing to go to the board meeting. Some of them said that they understand the senior meals kitchen in Lone Pine might be cut back to 3 days per week, and that home delivery of meals would be cut to 4 days per week. Again, Sierra Wave Media does not have the formal proposal, and it was not included in the agenda packet. Now, the agenda item, a workshop, is scheduled for 1:30 Tuesday afternoon. It says Inyo County Growing Older, Living with Dignity, and they call that IC Gold service redesign. Now, at the end of January, Ms. Turner and Inyo County Sheriff Bill Lutz had met with senior citizens and the kitchen staff in Lone Pine and Bishop to talk about service redesign. At that time, there was talk about the jail kitchen possibly taking over production of senior meals. Seniors said Ms. Turner met with senior citizens again last week when she reportedly revealed some potential changes. Now, in other matters, before the Inyo board Tuesday, planning officials will conduct a workshop on the planning of power transmission lines and the potential for one or more new lines to come through Inyo County from Nevada. Officials will consider preparing letters to respond to these matters. A workshop on that issue is scheduled for 11 a.m. Well, the 45th annual Bishop Mule Day celebration this week. Thousands of people expected to enjoy a multitude of events, shows, displays, and of course the annual Mule Days Parade Saturday. And this year the Grand Marshal is Denton Sankey. Now, other honorees include best friends of Mule Days, Susan Shields, Hall of Fame, Roger Downey, most honored Packer, Ralph Wass, best friend of the Packer, Fiddlin' Pete Watercott, committee person of the year, Tina Allen, favorite backcountry cook, Kathy Jefferson Bancroft, Hall of Fame mule, Sanger Red, owned by Tucker and Mary Lou Slender, and Hall of Fame performance donkey, Little Jack Horner, owned by Meredith Hodges. Now, the most honored guest, Lauren Bond, and an honored guest, Christina Bloom, and another honored guest, Brent Gibson, and the featured sponsor this year, KIBS KBOV. Now, tickets for the opening night supper featuring Mama's Wranglers might still be available, but the Thursday night concert featuring Dave Stamey and Baxter Black is sold out. Still, there are many, many other activities for people to enjoy, including for the kids, the I Want to Be a Packer youth program and interscholastic packing teams. Now, that's going to be Friday through Sunday. All activities are free. Admission to the fairgrounds is free for all adults and youth. Also, Mule Days Pioneer activities at the historic Covered Wagon. Hey, the U.S. Forest Service is going to be there. The Junior Packer Corral Kids Stick Rodeo events. Grab your stick mules for the contest throughout the weekend. They're going to have riding, roping, and games. And also, the BLM, the National Park Service, and U.S. Forest Service are attending Bishop Mule Days to share the opportunities that federal lands offer for residents and visitors, and this is helping to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Wilderness Act. Now, if you would like to get some more information, they got a great website, complete schedule of events and all that. Please go to muledays.org. Well, Bennett Kessler filed this story. The Mammoth Lakes Recreation Formation Committee planned to meet this afternoon and for their final discussion before the Mammoth Town Council considers approval of the committee's recommendations to form a new recreation entity, MLR, Mammoth Lakes Recreation. Mammoth Town Council members, some citizens, and some political candidates have expressed support for MLR. Others say it will cost too much and should be delayed for the new town council members to consider. Sandy Hogan distributed a letter from someone who wished to remain anonymous, and that letter indicates it represents more than one person and that there are serious questions about using tax money from measures R and U to form and finance the new recreation entity. Now that letter, which lacks some credibility because it is anonymous, says measures R and U were never meant to fund events and that a new town council should not be saddled with a decision made before they even arrive. The MLR Formation Committee says the town attorney has okayed their plans, which include authorizing MLR to make recommendations for use of tax money from measures R and U. MLR would work with the town on a contract to provide specific recreation products. Now, the MLR Formation Committee has created a draft working plan, and the agenda packet says, quote, MLR is intended to be the lead entity for advancing recreation initiatives, program implementation where identified, and facilitating collaborative efforts, end quote. Now, the MLR board would consist of 9 directors. 7 would represent recreation interests. 1 would be an appointed representative of the town council, and 1 from the Mammoth Lakes Tourism Board. Again, more on all of that today and again on Wednesday when the Mammoth Town Council weighs in on the issue. MLR is number 9 on the council's 11-item agenda. We'll be back with more news.